Hey there! Are you in the process or have already formed an LLC and you heard that you need an operating agreement for your LLC, but not totally sure what it is or why you may need one? I'm Greg Bohl with StartingYourBusiness.com, and I'm here to guide you through the ins and outs of this document for your business. First things first, I'm not an attorney, and anything I say should be verified by a legal professional before taking action. But I've worked alongside and learned from many attorneys who put together operating agreements for clients, and what I have learned should help a lot of people better understand what an operating agreement is and why it is important. So, an operating agreement. This is a foundational document for your LLC. It officially creates the operational guidelines for how your LLC will be run. It is worth noting that it is an internal document and isn't filed with the state or anywhere. There is a variety of information that can go into the LLC operating agreement, with some of the common information including the basic information of the company, like the legal name and address of the LLC, names of the owners, who are called members by the way, registered agents' contact information, and a lot more. But most importantly, it includes information like how much each member contributes to the business, their ownership percentages, liabilities, duties, responsibilities, tax treatment, guidelines for how key procedures will be handled, and so on. Operating agreements are only required in 6 states, which include California, Delaware, Maine, Missouri, Nebraska, and New York. Even though the operating agreement isn't required in every state, there's many reasons to still consider creating one. The reason why is you can think of the operating agreement like a legal contract between the members of an LLC. In the case of a multi-member LLC, I can't think of a reason to never create one. Even single-member LLCs can benefit from one too. Most importantly, an operating agreement can strengthen the liability protection of the LLC. By including a liability statement, written correctly for your state, I might add, can strengthen the legal separation between the members and the business. Secondly, without an operating agreement, the LLC may be subject to generic state regulations. In the event of legal action against the business, these state rules may or may not be in the best interest of the members. For multi-member LLCs in particular, an operating agreement puts important information on paper, and each member will agree to things like, for instance, their rights and responsibilities, rules for voting, what happens if there is a tie vote, the procedures for adding or removing members, how is the business valued when a member wants to leave, what happens if the business needs more cash, and a whole host of other considerations that are much better made at the early stages when everybody's happy and getting along than when an issue comes up and emotions are running high. So I've gone over the importance of creating an operating agreement, but how do you get one? For starters, we have free operating agreement templates over at StartingYourBusiness.com, and if you search online, you'll find countless operating agreement templates for free there as well. But you really want to be careful using a generic template. And while the price is great, you do need to be aware that there are particular laws in some states that may invalidate what you have put in your operating agreement. And while the statements may sound all legal-like and official, they may not actually be in the best interest of the members. These templates may be fine in cases like single-member LLCs, but I really recommend that multi-member LLCs work with an attorney. The attorney is going to craft something customized to your situation that is not only completely legal in your state, but it's going to take a lot of other factors into consideration that you may not have thought about. This will not only help head off future disagreements between the members, but the members will also have better protection for their personal assets as well. The cost to have an attorney draw up an operating agreement is going to vary, but expect somewhere between $300 and $1,000, which in the grand scheme of starting a business is pretty cheap, especially if you do it yourself and then there's an issue down the road. That's going to be a lot more expensive. That's all for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if this information was helpful. Also check out our channel for more tips on LLCs and starting a business. See you soon.